Namaste to all. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching us. Thank you for visiting my channel. I am Shekhar Kanagaluru. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do it now as it boosts my energy to come up with more and more videos. In this video, I am covering 5 questions asked by a few HR friends to me regarding Factories Act 1948. Question number 1. Can worker transfer his earned leaves to another worker? Very interesting question, but the answer is no. No such provision in this regard in the Factories Act 1948, but as per the sub-rule 2 of the Rule 125 of the Karnataka Factories Rules 1969, a worker may exchange the period of his leave with another worker. Underline the period of his leave, subject to approval of the manager. In this, the phrase of the period of his leave is very important. The period of leave means the duration of leave. Example, the workman is applied a leave from July 1st, 2020 to July 15th, 2020. Here, the period of leave is July 1st, 2020 to July 15th, 2020. Question number 2. The worker went on a leave for 15 days and died. In this case, whom the payment of wages to be paid? If a worker dies before he resumes work from leave, the balance of his pay due for the period of leave with wages not availed of shall be paid to his nominee within 1 week of the intimation of death of the worker. As per the Rule 126 of the Karnataka Factories Rules 1969, for this purpose, each worker should submit a nomination in Form 25 duly signed himself and 2 witnesses. The nomination shall remain in force until it is cancelled or revised by fresh nomination. Question number 3. We have a factory in Bengaluru and another factory in Chennai. Can there be a one occupier for both the factories? Yes. Section 2N of the Factories Act 1948 defines occupier as below. Occupier of the factory means the person who has ultimate control over the affairs of the factory, provided that in case of a firm or other association of individual, any one of the individual partner or members thereof shall be deemed to be the occupier. In case of the company, any one of the directors shall be deemed to be the occupier. Based upon the above, the Bengaluru and Chennai factories can have a single occupier in case if the occupier is an individual partner or member or director of both the companies. Question number 4. We are planning to establish the factory for manufacturing of electrical components by using the line assembly system. In this regard, while designing the workstation for workers, how much space we need to consider for each worker? While designing the workstations for workers in the factory, the provisions of Section 16 of the Factories Act 1948 must be considered. As per the Section 16 of the Factories Act 1948, no room in any factory shall be overcrowded to an extent injurious to the health of the workers employed therein, and as per other provisions of this section, minimum space of 14.2 cubic meters is required for every worker employed therein. For this purpose, remember, no account shall be taken of the space which is more than 4.2 meters above the level of the floor of the room. Question number 5. We have appointed an operator as gig workforce for 1 year. This operator works in the first shift for other company and works in the second shift for our factory. Is this system allowed in law? This system is not allowed in law. As per Section 60 of the Factories Act 1948, no adult worker shall be required or allowed to work in any factory on any day on which he has already been working in any other factory. These are 5 questions asked by HR friends on Factories Act 1948. Thank you for watching.